Hey, everybody, listen, welcome into the building. Happy Saturday. I figure, you know what? Why not pop on, take this train for a ride before I go for my nail salon appointment, okay? Love you guys. I hope you're having an amazing Saturday. It is pouring down raining for me today, okay? I went out this morning to try to go get a passport for my son and myself. Child, you need to show your entire life to get a passport. They want blood. They want your mother's maiden name. They want your address, your phone number, your birth certificate, your social security card. And then they're going to take that stuff and mail it off to wherever they mail it off and mail it back to you to get your passport. I mean, this is just pure insanity. Then the lady told me I ain't have enough stuff. I got to come back. I said, excuse me? I got a cruise. Not a cruise, actually. I'll take that back. I got a flight I need to catch and somewhere I need to go at the end of May. I need my passport. Talking about I need all this stuff. I mean, good gosh, like what has the world come to? Just give me the passport. You take a copy of this birth certificate. No, we got to send the original. Anyway, people, let me tell you something. You got yours from the passport. It was an easy process. Child, this woman she won my whole life. And let me tell you something. The worst thing that could ever happen in the world, one of the worst things ever, is when you and your child don't have the same last name. Child, bye. They want to know that I give birth to the kid. Come on, ladies, stop. Who can hear no passport for no stranger at $100 and something? I know the kid. He's mine. But anywho, listen, guys, we about to board this train. Passport issues are real. Come on, hey, Juice Radio. Real. It's ridiculous. Diva, did I go to the federal building? No, I went to the darn post office. She was nice and everything, but good gosh, asking about his daddy, the this, the that. I'm like, girl, come on. Do he live with me? Come, stop. Give me a passport. Okay, take our picture, put it on that little thing, and give us the passport. But anywho, I figure, you know what? Before I go get my nails done today, I'll come chat with y'all. We can take a quick little train ride. So y'all ready? Y'all know how y'all get your ticket, right? You better hit that like button. Hit the like button, and that's your ticket on this train. And it might be a little turbulence. Might be a bumpy ride, but we're going to see about to board our passengers that are waiting patiently, okay? Let me bring the people on this train. Hold on now, guys. Y'all know who our monthly ticket holder is? If you know who our monthly ticket holder is, put it in the chat there. Let me bring her in the building. Hey, Auntie Robin.
Hey, Diva, don't you worry about that passport. It's going to come in the mail before you know it, along with your documents that you sent. That's one thing I can tell you. Have faith. Believe it's gonna happen because you're going on a trip.
Okay. In the May, I'm out of here.
There you go.
Do some sinister things for that passport. I'm out of here. Now, hold on, guys. Let me bring our next train rider into the building. And you know what? Thank you, Nubian, Mahogany. Can we get in the chat up? Choo-choo! All aboard, everybody. I'm about to bring our next passenger on here. Hey, we're here.
Hey, Auntie Diva. Hey, Auntie Robin. What's up, chat? Choo choo. We here for a train ride. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it. Hold on for a second here. Hey, E.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Choo choo.
Choo choo. And listen, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I want to say Granada is where we're going. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't even know where I'm going, but that's where we're going. Something with a G. Grenada. Thank you. And we need a passport. That's all I know. Okay. We need our passport. We need our passport to go. Okay. So listen, guys, but you know what? You know, sometimes on the train, here's a little music. Let's just do a little music today. Let's do music for a little second. Let's see. Okay. That's our little music. All right now, it's about to get this train popping, guys. Okay. Train
Hey, I like that. Hey, we getting hype. Hey, it's giving a little 50 Cent vibe. It's giving 50 Cent vibe.
Okay. Oh, we got a late porter on this train. Hey, Shan.
Hey,
Shit, what's
so
up?
crazy. Guess what? I just woke up, took a shower. I'm in my kitchen getting something to eat, and I'm like, let me see what's going on YouTube. And I see you're live. Is Diva doing an afternoon live?
Afternoon live, honey. We about to pull
Afternoon delight.
Hi.
And listen, this Saturday afternoon train ride is about men that don't have no moral compass, okay? No morals whatsoever, okay? It's just messy. We got somebody else about to board this train. Like, hey, I am Leo Aries. Hey.
Hi everyone, choo choo. How's everyone doing?
Hey, we good now. Yes. So listen, as long as the train is not express and stopping at every town, we stopping at every town on this Saturday afternoon. We about to get it, okay? We about to get it. Don't forget, hit that like button. So now we're talking about the men that don't have no moral compass, okay? And first we're going to talk about, his name is Wolfgang Porsche. He's part of the Porsche family. You know the car, the Porsche? Those cars are beautiful. Those cars are absolutely beautiful. And he's 79. And this goes to tell you that some people from birth all the way to they leave this earth, they messy. At 79, this man wants to leave his wife because she has dementia.
Mm-hmm.
He said he done. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got time for this. He trying to live his best life. He don't got time to take care of somebody who's not in their right state of mind and whose personality has changed. He wants to live his best life all the way up to the last moment, and he already got him a new boo, and he wants out. He's messy boots, okay? So let's just look at this article real quick, because when I read this, I had to read it a couple times. I'm like, okay, is he serious right now? Okay. So everybody did he be. There's him. That's her, okay? All right, he's done. The Porsche billionaire divorces elderly wife over her dementia. I mean, what happened to for better, for worse? Through sickness and through health.
Come on.
He said,
as long as we both shall live.
As long as we both, come on, Roy, get the people the words there. But he not
let no man put us under.
That part. No, this man said he's done. He done. Okay? So they said, and they say romance is dead. Well, they might just be right. Okay, as Porsche billionaire Wolfgang Porsche has filed divorce proceeding against his wife of 16 years. He was with her for 16 years, so they married as an older couple. But he don't give a darn. He's trying to live his best life. He got money. His last name is Porsche. And he said, you know what? I ain't playing these games. She too much. The reason he wants a separation from his wife, Claudia Porsche, is because her dementia-like illness. As he claims, this has led to changes in her personality. Well, that's why they said through sickness and through health, sir. Okay? So sources close to the family, they told the publication that the 74-year-old's illness has made living with her near impossible for her and for him. He's 79. This man is 79 and he's still like, nah, I'm good. I'm done. Okay. So Claudia, who was formerly worked as an advisor to the German government, has reportedly been living with her daughter for the last 4 years and has 4 caretakers that look after her 24 hours a day. Look how cute they look there. Messy, sir. Go ahead. What was you going to say, Robin?
Oh, that was me. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, because if you're ready, I'm ready to let go.
Okay, not ready yet. Hold on one second. Let's give the people more detail. He's messy though. Look how cute they look there. Claudia, I'm sorry, but this who you married. I'm sorry. It's a shame, right? Looking cute there and everything. The grandmother hasn't been able to live independently for a number of months as her mental awareness has gone through a rapid decline. Before the onset of her illness, Claudia and Wolfgang had been a couple since 2007, and so they was together before they even got married. They've been together since 2007, and they tied the knot in 2019. He's messy. The German media have reported that Wolfgang has been getting closer to an old friend of 25 years in recent months. So this chick right here, she been wanting him. But Claudia got him, and she's been waiting in the little wings. And you know what's going to happen? He's going to get with her. He's going to get with this chick right here. But I'm going to tell you what, because she's much younger than him. Because he's 79. Now, when he gets sick, God forbid, or something happens to him, guess what she going to do? She going to put him in some home and run off with his money. Messy. Doing his wife dirty, okay? So he's getting closer to her, okay, in recent months. And she's 59. She was married before. She studied, and they want to talk about her education. I really don't care. Okay? And then she got divorced, so she's divorced now. And how does Wolfgang have his billions? He's a billionaire because his father was very Porsche, okay? So they kept this money in the family. And Porsche is a nice car. Okay, and they founded this brand back in the 1930s. This is old money. This is what they call old money. This money ain't going nowhere. Okay, this old money. Okay, and then let's see what else I wanted to point out. He has 4 children. Okay, he was married before, and that's who he has his 4 kids with. So, what do we think, guys, of Mr. Wolfgang here? He's messy. No moral compass. He's like, she got dementia. I got to go. Robin, what are your thoughts?
Well, I too read this article yesterday. I like to start by sharing an old quote, and I will substitute one word. He ain't ish. He ain't about ish. Ain't never gonna be ish. Here's the problem with him. Never mind the fact that you take your wedding vows, and we weren't there. We don't know which of them they took. But this man is a billionaire. Number one, this is your wife. If she has these medical issues, you are at least in a financial position to set her up. First of all, is her dementia such that she can participate legally in a divorce proceeding? Is she of sound mind to do that? That's number one. Number two, why divorce her? Put her off in another wing of the house with the 4 caretakers, but you say she's at the daughter's house, which is ridiculous. Hell, the man is rich enough, he could build an institution dedicated to taking care of her. He could do that. But you know what? This is more than, to me, when you can have someone that you are married to, whether or not you like them or love them at this point, and you know that they're at this point in their physical state that you would like to abandon them, that speaks to probably never having had a moral compass, because that's too much loss to experience at this point. And if it's not a loss of his own moral compass, maybe he is entering into a particular stage of dementia and he needs to be evaluated. But I say this sucks. And if I was rich enough to buy myself a Porsche right now, I go to the Porsche dealership nearest me and I talk to the folks and I have them believing I'm about to sign on the dotted line and say, change my mind because I don't like the way he do his business, his personal business. If I didn't know about it, it'd be one thing. I would be petty Betty and take my coins and go get me a Bentley or something.
Child, that part right there. He obviously been done with her because you see she living with the daughter. So you know, because he could have had a caretaker in the house taking care of her and then went in the street and did his thing. You know, not being disrespectful. I mean, but come on, you 79. This what you're doing. And yes, Leslie. This is very familiar. B. Smith's husband did the same thing. Well,
B. Smith's husband was worse.
He was worse because at least this man saying, you know what, before I do her dirty, let me just divorce her. B. Smith's husband moved the woman in the house and was he was a piece of work. And that woman ended up leaving him at the end of the day too. No moral compass.
Sure did. Sure did.
And she don't. Roya, what do you think about Wolfgang Porsche?
Wolfgang Porsche. You know what? The funny thing is, I seen this story on yesterday morning when I was, setting us up for yesterday evening, and I said to myself, as you said when we started off, what happened to for better or for worse? What happened to for sickness and in health? What happened to what God put us under, let no man tear apart? You have allowed another woman to enter in to the situation, that is so detrimental that's already going on with your wife. You've dropped her off with her daughter. Don't know if this is his daughter as well, but you dropped her off as if she was just never nothing to you. It was very dismissive. It just goes to show yet again, kind of what I said last night. It's a man's world, and if a woman ain't doing what the man want them to do, she ain't gonna get no shine. She ain't gonna get taken care of. She just gets thrown to the side as if it doesn't mean anything. You know. But what I will say, as far as this situation, karma, it's coming around quick these days.
Ain't
And
it though?
sir, you got a lot more days behind you than you have ahead of you. So, be careful. Because, there have been situations where people with Alzheimer's, they outlive everybody.
That part.
So while you running around here trying to move on with your life, instead of being there for the person that you made a vow to be there for, check yourself. Check yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Before you
Because,
wreck
like Phaedra
yourself.
said, the same hole you dig for me, make sure you dig one for yourself, because you'll fall into it before I do.
That part. That part. I am Leo Aries. What do you think about this situation?
Well, I pretty much agree with everyone else about this person's, this Wolfgang. And I love a Porsche. I ain't even gonna front on y'all. I love a Porsche. Not something I would
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Can I tell you when I fell in love with Porsche? Do you remember the Bobby B and Bobby Brown with Whitney Houston? And
Yes.
I really want to say that was a Porsche she was driving. She was in that car jamming too. I forgot whose song it was, but she was jamming in that car, jamming. It was the SUV Porsche, and I fell in love with it. Okay, they cute,
Yes.
they cute, but he
They
messy.
do.
Mm-hmm.
He is messy. And I wonder, this is an open question, y'all. So I'm thinking, so what is the reason this man is worth $20 billion. So what is the reason for divorcing his wife of 16 years other than, y'all, a financial reason? Marriage is a contract. It is a legal and financial contract.
Mm-hmm.
And if for him to hasten a divorce, he is 79 years old. He is a billionaire. The woman already is with her daughter. That's not his daughter with her. That is her daughter from a previously a past relationship. So is he trying to cut all the other folks out of coin? I mean, think about it. When you get a divorce, that ends financial ties. And so whatever it is that woman has already got set up for, because she has dementia. So whatever past arrangements that was able to be paid out, that is the number he's trying to get paid out now before she dies.
You know what? You speaking some facts there. But see, the thing is though, I feel like
millionaires ain't got no moral compass. Billionaires don't do that. I mean, when it comes, these people will kill their own mother to hold on to a tight coin because they already billionaires. So go ahead, Diva. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But you know what though? I'm wondering though, if she passes before him and he didn't divorce her, wouldn't like where would anything, like he would, then everything would have just came back to him. But I'm thinking maybe he doesn't even want to care for her. Maybe he doesn't even want those bills. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what his motive is. Or is he being respectful, knowing that, listen, I want to be with this chick over here. So instead of me cheating on you, I'm going to divorce you.
No, it ain't nothing respectful about that. It's nothing respectful. Because if that was the case, I mean, we talking a 4-year time span that this lady has no longer been there. So if you were so pressed to move on, why has it been 4 years and you haven't moved on?
Maybe
you know what I'm
he
saying?
wants to be able to marry the other lady.
But it don't take 4 years to divorce nobody. It don't take 4 years to divorce nobody.
But now he ready to divorce. I mean, now he ready to marry the chick. Now though, the Claudia chick. He ready to. I mean, the other chick. He ready to marry her.
Maybe so. Maybe so. We don't know. Wait, let me, Shan. What do you want to say? What do you want to add to this conversation?
So you mean to tell me he has all these aids? He don't have to change a diaper, let's say. do anything for her, you know? Like
Right.
Auntie Robbie was saying, she has all these aids and things. It's not like he has to care for her. So what is he complaining about? And listen, ladies, you can depend on a man, but don't ever depend on a man. Like, make sure you saving your own little coins, okay? I hope to God she was stashing some of that little,
I do
not
too.
little, that big Porsche money. I hope every
I do
couple weeks
too.
she was stashing some in a different savings, a high yield savings account
Trust, girl,
away
in a
from
trust,
him. Huh?
in a trust, so she can
Yep.
get her kids a
And
trust,
I hope
a
they didn't have
financial trust.
everything together. I hope she was really, doing some stuff under the table to stash away, because depend on a man, but don't depend on a man. Because these men, they could act up at any second. They could leave you at every second. I hope she has enough to care for herself and, continue the lifestyle she still needs after
What
this.
the sad part is that she's not even in the right state of mind to think
Right. That
anything
is
or know anything at this point. And I'm thinking right now, with 4 caregivers, that's pricey. I'm sure he's probably paying for those 4 caregivers, but he's probably sick of paying for it. Because money
So,
like to keep their money in the bank. Wait, hold on.
right.
that's right. That's
Sean,
right.
I
It's
think you
got to
hit
be a financial reason.
it got to be a financial. Sean, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think he doesn't want his money to go to her daughter if he passes first. Yeah,
And it's like, you have so much money. Like, what is it if she needs 5 million for like her caregivers?
that part.
I don't know. It's like, you're a
Yeah, he
billionaire.
wouldn't listen. Right.
Relax. Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. E, what are your thoughts? Wolfgang, Porsche.
Get ready,
So
y'all.
I would like to start um, and share a quote like Auntie Robin did. And I want to share a quote from the classic Diary of a Mad Black Woman when Medea said, get mad as hell, because that daughter needs to get a chainsaw and go to that house and chop everything down the middle. Because ain't there some stuff like Charles McCartney did to Helen? Men with money are the cousins to snakes and pigs.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
God blesses the woman who has her own. Remember that. God blesses the woman who has her own. Don't let these incels and the offspring of Kevin Samuels fool you, ladies. It's nothing like
Lord have
having
mercy.
your own, and it is an accomplishment to get a degree. White women know this, which is why they fought for equality, feminism, and they benefit from affirmative action. But it boils down to this. We have to stop expecting the colonizer to adhere to the same biblical values he holds you accountable to. The white king said, I'm out of here. Y'all are talking about a contract. Since when did the colonizer ever adhere to a contract? All they do is lie, steal, and destroy. He'll get a 24-year-old next week, and he'll get dementia next year, and he'll be just like Charles McCarter looking for Christina. Oh, Christina! I mean, come on. This is classic. We know how this is going to go, and what goes around comes around. But if that daughter knew what was good for her, she would be taking him to the cleaners, because this is wrong.
Oh, it definitely is wrong. But he has 4 sons. So before her daughter, because remember, this is her daughter, and I picture him calling her saying, "Come pick up your mother. I'm done." Because
I believe he did.
how did she randomly end up living with her daughter with the 4 caretakers? He probably said, "Come pick her up. Whatever you need in terms of bills and all of that, I'll send the money over there. But I can't deal with this. Her personality is just too much." Because you know what? He got money. He running them streets. He running them streets.
But he doesn't even need to be home to, a lot of family, they have people with dementia, they got to cut off from work and stay home and do all of this. He doesn't even need to do anything, literally.
He doesn't want her
Exactly.
he doesn't want her
He don't
in
want her.
sight. That part.
That's
He
right.
don't want her in his sight, not in his house.
That's right.
And if when he divorces her, he can mentally cut her off in his mind. Period. So right now, she's still a burner to him, even though she's not in his physical space, because she is still considered his wife. So she's a
That's
burner.
right. That's right.
And so
That's right.
And technically, because she is married, all of her medical care, everything that needs to be done with her, he needs to sign off. The daughter cannot, unless he wrote over the rights to
That's
the
right.
daughter. So this is still a burden to him. He wants this burden off his back because he want to continue to live his best life. He's a mess.
That's right.
I hope the
That's right. He
daughter-
done.
Yeah, he done. He done.
He done.
And he got
And white men don't have no problem throwing $1 at something to get rid of it. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's what it is.
I hope she made her daughter her healthcare proxy before, she got to the state where she can't make her own decisions, because he probably just throw her in a nursing home, and that's really sad. Because he has the money for her to be at home,
No. He already threw her away. That's why she was.
Yeah.
He already. Threw
Yeah.
her.
That's why she's with the daughter.
That's why she's with the
That's
daughter.
right.
Yeah. So
That's right.
And see, you know what, too? You know what never helps with a man? You know when a man will really stop doing the right thing if he didn't want to do the right thing to begin with anyway? Let another woman come get in his ear.
Yes.
Yeah. You better speak it.
Wait, is 2023 the year of the side chicks? I've never heard the word side chick so much in my life. I feel like everywhere I go, I hear about this side chick and this side chick and this
The
one.
rise of the side chicks,
Oh my
2023.
God.
But listen,
She tired. She tired. She been working hard.
that part. Once another female get in their ear, they lose their natural mind. And I'm telling you right now, because this chick is 59 and he's 79, that chick is going to take him for every dime he has. In 5 years,
And
if
good
his
for
health
him.
declines, that part. If his health declines, he's going to get exactly what he gave to his wife. She's going to have the caregivers taking care of him, and she going to be out somewhere living her best life off his dime. Okay, so listen, that's Mr. Wolfgang Porsche. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next man, that has no moral compass. Okay, and unfortunately, who is this person? It is Rocky Bivins. If you don't know who Rocky Bivins is, he is the husband to Latasha Scott from SWV and Escape, the queen of R&B, over there on Bravo. Now, listen, this man has a LinkedIn. Let's look at this LinkedIn, because the wording on his LinkedIn, yeah, it's interesting. Let me see. Let's go. Child, it's interesting. You see him? Ooh, child, do you see him? Okay. That's Rocky Bivins.
Ooh, child, he looks so greasy. It's like he about to fall off the tree.
That's Rocky Bivins. He's the CEO of his big global management company, Atlanta metropolitan area. Okay. He got 973 followers, but he big time, but he only got 973 followers on the LinkedIn, but that's okay. So what about him? They said he was born in February 1973. He's a native of Chicago.
Don't tell me he's an Aquarius.
Child, listen. Okay.
No, he in the Aquarius.
He's an entertainment executive, master negotiator. No, he's a master. What do you call it? Gaslighter.
Negotiator.
He's a record producer, a songwriter. He said a serial entrepreneur. Okay. Bivins is the founder and CEO of Biv Global Management, an entertainment company that represents elite clientele in film. Well, he didn't list the films, though, in the clientele. Television, music, and fashion. Okay, he said fashion too. Through his company, Bivins has mastered the art of transforming brands and artists into widely known and universally accepted entities. Well, why he hasn't done much for his wife, Latasha Scott, but we'll carry on. He is known for not only working with legendary entertainers, but also for being the man behind the scenes, closing some of the biggest deals of his time. He specializes in reaching new heights and breaking barriers through innovative entertainment deals and ventures, okay? Bivins has been a key figure in changing the face and shaping the sound of recording industry for more than 25 years. These experiences have uniquely prepared him and made him the man he is today. Bivins first broke into the music industry in 1994, where he worked his way up from a job as security, okay, for songwriter R. Kelly. Now, see, if he was smart, he would have revised this LinkedIn and taken problematic R. Kelly off of his stuff.
Dummy.
But he was smart, that big dummy. But he's so
Well,
smart.
well,
Why?
first of all, that's a lie. He never wrote any songs for R. Kelly. R. Kelly writes his own music.
Right. I don't know if he claimed he wrote for R. Kelly, but he just said he wrote songs, right? But my thing is,
Oh,
no,
for
he said
Latasha.
no, I take that back. I take that back. Yeah, I see what you're saying. He said as job as security for a songwriter. No, he said security for a songwriter. Singer and songwriter R. Kelly to closing major deals for artists during the height of his career. Now, this is what kills me right here. This part right here kills me. Bivins prides himself on being well versed in living by the 5 P's, which can be applied to any area of one's life. If you understand the 5 P's, then you know
Diva.
that.
Diva, is he talking about right patient, right medication?
Child, trying to tell. Listen. He a fool. He said, then you know that proper preparation prevents poor performance. He didn't even go by his own rules, okay? Because he didn't properly prepare for this side chick to be running her mouth. So
wait, who has their
nickname? Thing, right? He said, if you grasp the concept of the 5 P's, then you can unapologetically be you, be original, be global in all that you do. Well, Rocky, you messed up. You messed up. That's right. You big dummy. You messed up. You did not follow the 5 P's yourself. Okay. So before we talk about him and him not having a moral compass, let's go here. We got to go here. And this is why I'm telling you he messed up. He didn't prepare for this chick to be running her mouth. Okay. This chick is running her mouth. But she is also the reason why. She's also the reason why, people don't believe people for certain things, right? So this was December 2022, but she has resurfaced. She has come back and now said they've been in a 5-year relationship. But when she first is in December talking her mess, then she took it back. So this is what this chick said, okay? This woman who alleges affair with Rocky Bivins shows cash transactions and proof that she is pregnant with his baby. Now, this was back in December. Now, that's the girl that calls herself Unique. Look at her right there. Unique, who claims she had an affair with Tasha Scott's husband, Rocky Bivins, has posted new claims, okay? Let's meet Unique. This woman who claims she had an affair with Rocky Bivins has made more claims about her alleged relationship with escape member Latasha Scott's husband. The woman Unique posted several conversations, okay? Pregnancy photos, even cash transactions alleged to be between herself and Rocky. In a text message she claims is between herself and Rocky, he tells her that he's trying to get himself together because Unique is good to him. Okay? Did he apply the 5 P's when he was sending these texts? Okay? He then compares her to his mother before saying that he won't let her go down again. So he's trying to pull out her heartstrings. You remind me of Mama. Okay? They are forever connected because of their child, and he loves her forever. This is what he wrote. Okay? Forever. And then in another pic of a text thread, Rocky allegedly asked Unique if she was getting a copy of the ultrasound. Unique said that she was waiting for the ultrasound technician to come in and wish they would hurry up. Unique also posted a picture of her sonogram with her last name on it, next to the picture of Unique showing off a baby bump. So she's showing she got a little baby bump and, the sonogram, all that. A screenshot of some Cash App transactions was also included. The sender saved his name as Billionaire, okay, with the Cash App tag $ Rocky Biv. Those transactions were for various amounts, ranging from $200 to $1,000. Unique caption the post, I was misled. So she wanted to try to do the, what is his name? I want to say not Farrakhan, Malcolm X. Okay, I was led astray, misled. That's what she's trying to claim. Okay, I said, and she said, I said what I said. She also included these hashtags. Okay, and she said, y'all mad at me, but y'all was okay when Kim was with Pete while still being married. She said, y'all celebrated that. So she wants y'all to check your morals. Y'all mad because she was with a married man, but when Kim Kardashian was with Pete while she was still married, y'all was cool with it. Okay? Then there's go some pictures, her baby bump. There go the sonogram right there. There go the Cash Apps. You see the Cash Apps there? There go little Cash Apps, okay? Okay? And she said, y'all got her messed up. Okay, she said I was misled. Wasn't just out here being with anybody's husband. In Unique's original post about the alleged affair, she posted a similar sonogram photo. The picture did not include a name or any information about how far along she was. So she also showed a picture with her and what's the name, Rocky together. Now, Rocky, was you applying the 5 Ps in this picture? We just checking. And that's Rocky with his wife, Tasha. That's Rocky with the alleged mistress, Unique. Okay? And then she talking her talk there. Now, she first claimed that she was in a relationship and she got emotional when she saw him with the wife. But then later on, she took it back. So did he pay her? What happened? She took it back. She said, my page was hacked. She said, I'm not pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Nor am I having an affair with anyone. The fact that a fake sonogram was made with no information on it is crazy. She said, I would never, ever knowingly date a married man. That's not my character. She put the not in caps. She said, I was once married. Oh, I was once a married woman myself. I have 3 amazing and handsome sons that came from that relationship. So now she got 4 kids. Got 3 sons from her previous relationship, and now allegedly a baby with Rocky. Come on, girl, do better with your life. She said, I do my best as a single parent, and my boys are proud to call me mama. Okay, it's insane that a simple pic at an event turned into a nightmare. I feel for everyone involved because I actually love Escape. Now she love Escape. Girl, stop. She said, I don't know what she said what this is about or who would go to the extreme measures, but this was obviously a setup and an attempt to ruin my family and theirs. I don't know what is going on just yet, but I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Well, girl, now it's 2023 and you telling Tasha K that you did have an affair with this man. So see, Unique, you playing games. Which one is it? Did you or did you not? Now, I believe she did. And I believe that when she wrote that post right there, you know, he got to her. Now that's when he applied the 5 Ps. He told her, go back and fix this because I'm not leaving my wife. And I'm going to slide you some cash, but I'm going to need you to fix this. And then if you did not get a chance, I'm going to say, go back when you get a chance, go to Tasha K last night because he called Tasha K. This Rocky Bivins, okay? He called Tasha K and he was talking in circles. This, come on, Nubian, the lies. Okay? He called Tasha K, and that phone call with Tasha K, my head was spinning. He was all over the place. He said, don't nobody, because she has, you know, what I don't know what it is with this generation now where they like to send new photos to the people they are dating. You ain't getting no new photo of me, not ever. Husband, I don't care what you are. You not getting out. No, I will not. And matter of fact, Miss V, thank you for the super chat. He coached her to retract what she said and all that in text he sent her. He's left a 5-year digital trail. Miss V, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He most certainly did. But see, I don't know what's going on with this generation now where they like to send new photos to people. I'm not sending no new nothing to anybody. Okay. Matter of fact, what is that Dawn Mariah Carey song? If I catch you, secret rendezvous, whatever she's saying.
Okay. No, she says if there's a camera up in here, it's gonna leave with me when I do.
That part. Come on.
Wait, what song is that?
Yeah. She said if it's a camera up in here, it's gonna leave with me when I do. Like, come on, I better not catch you. Don't take no pictures of me.
But Diva.
Yes.
Oh wait, are you starting from the bottom this time? Because I want to answer that question.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
I think people are more apt to showing their bodies because a lot of people buy their body parts. And so you don't want to spend all this money and then not be able to show it off because everything is so loosey-goosey nowadays. People feel like their body is a work of art. So, you know, I mean, people basically walk out the house in lingerie. So what's the difference in showing a little nip and a little cat, a little penis in there?
I was thinking the same thing, Eve.
You know what though, E, and I could get with that, but if you know you cheating, then you shouldn't be sending no body parts.
Well,
right?
See, I want to talk about that.
Right.
Yes.
So so I could get with you if that's who you dating and you want to show a little something, then I ain't mad at you. I'll take that back, right? Show a little something. Now I ain't gonna do it, But I hear that. I ain't mad at you if you got a nice work of art and you want to show it off. But I ain't gonna do it because people are messy and people break up with you so quickly now, and they revenge and they're gonna start showing your stuff to other folks. No, Somebody said here, Miss Gigi said the only new you will get will be my feet. Holla, I'm gonna show you my feet all day long. Okay.
Well, here
you ain't getting nothing. But go ahead. What was you want to say?
I'm with you, Diva, because listen, I'm going to give you the experience. Hashtag one night only. I'm not giving you no evidence. That takes away the mystery. So, I mean, you brought up something that made me think because Unique says she never dated a married man. Now I want to see the marriage license because when I was watching the interview with Tasha's father, even he said something kind of funny the way he identified Rocky, because he said he didn't say that was my son-in-law, and he didn't say they were married. He said he's the man who identifies himself as the husband of Tasha. And these slick words and the way that and it could be nothing, but the way that people are making it seem, it makes me wonder, is there a marriage license? Because it sounds like some Robin and Juan Dixon, and I'm not feeling this. But when I looked at that LinkedIn, it let me know, it confirmed what I already knew. Rocky doesn't have it like he say he does. And that LinkedIn account is proof. You know who doesn't have a LinkedIn account and is still working harder than him and has all the accolades? Candy Suge-Knight-Burns. Candy doesn't even have a LinkedIn account, but Candy is following all the 5 P's. Do you see how that works?
Yes,
so Rocky can learn a thing or two from Candy and Todd, if you ask me. Rocky said he worked with Michael Jackson. How come that's not on the LinkedIn? He said he worked with Michael Jackson. He signed Britney Spears. What did he say? He said he worked with all the Trey Songz producers and managed R. Kelly. How come that's not on there? He even said he's best friends with the oil tycoon. Anybody who heard the interview last night, he said he had billionaire friends who manage oil. Yet he and Latasha were living with Miss Gloria 5 years ago. They were in Latasha's old bedroom where she went to high school. She slept in that room when she was in high school, and y'all had to live there with your son. Listen, this is another shout out to Candy Suge-Knight-Burns, if you're listening, because had Candy never agreed to tour, Tasha would have never made that money, so they could have moved out of that house and got their own place. Okay, now that phone call was not good.
No.
And I believe everything that Unique is saying, because what we know for sure is that Rocky was sexually intimate with Unique. Because when Tasha asked him flat out, he could never deny it. He never said, no, I never slept with that woman. And he never said, no, I didn't cheat. I believe Unique when she says his name is tattooed on her. Absolutely. I believe he cashed out that woman. I believe he fixed the washer and dryer. Rocky told us last night he doesn't even know her, but yet there's text messages where he's asking her for the sonogram. So you don't know this woman, but you know her enough to ask her for the sonogram. You don't know her, but you know her real name is Tanisha or Tanisha or whatever the hell her name was. See, we didn't even know that. He told on himself repeatedly. Now, the other problem is Rocky thinks all women are just as crazy and dim-witted as Latasha and Gloria Scott. And that's not the case. Rocky said he got a degree in psychology, but he must have gotten it from ICDC College or Trump University, because nobody is believing that Rocky is the man like that, to where people are going on LinkedIn and finding him and stalking him to get his peen pictures. I mean, you have to be crazy enough to believe it. I mean, that's no more believable than Regina Gold being the love child of Aaliyah and R. Kelly. Come on, get out of here with this. I'm not going to blame that woman for bad behavior, because this woman, Unique, would never be able to come forward had Rocky kept it in his pants. Yes, she is wrong, but Rocky gave her the power that she is yielding against Latasha publicly, and now she's embarrassing the hell out of his wife and family. Rocky has to take accountability for this. You taking pictures in public with this woman and spending money like you're a single man? No, it's not. We can't be blaming side chicks when you're sleeping with the enemy. You don't get to sleep with the enemy and then blame the stranger. Blame that Negro you're sleeping with. Rocky needs to be held accountable.
Oh, he most certainly does. He's a piece of work. And y'all gotta go listen to that phone call over there at Tasha K. Cause I'm just like, dude, do you hear yourself? Do you hear how you're telling on yourself? And he most certainly did. The way he told the story about the checks is confirmation to me that y'all cashed the check. But now you just trying to give an explanation / excuse as to why y'all cashed the check.
Oh, wait. Yes, because he told on himself and said, well, Tasha wrote all the songs. What's that got to do with her stealing that girl's money? Like, those two need to be in jail, or they need to go to dentistry school.
Because we need a few good black dentists. Listen, Shan, what are your thoughts on this situation? Oh, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead. You got to go.
Yeah, I'm about to go. So
Okay.
I'm sorry, Shane. I'm just going to jump in real quick.
Oh, you good.
This man is a perfect example of Mr. Kelly. He is a perfect example of sorry, the people's names is escaping my head. He is a perfect example of all of these men who think that it's okay. Who?
Kevin Hunter.
Kevin Hunter, thank you. Kevin Hunter, Monique's husband, whatever his name is, Daddy. He is a representation of all of these people wrapped up in one. Martell Holt, what's Letitia's husband? Marceau. This is why we're seeing this come to the surface now, because these other people have got on TV and got in the media and made cheating on your wife and getting other people pregnant and paying them off, aka 45, and just making things go away with money. But then when the stuff comes back to the fan and hits it all, then we want to play like we didn't do nothing and we can save everybody and we Captain Save a Hoe and all of this. No, sir. You got with Letitia because she had low self-esteem and you knew that you could run over her and do whatever you want. You knew that she was in the industry. From what Dad said last night, he helped them get in the industry. They already knew the people. So you just needed a connect to get you in so that you can do what you wanted to do. And that is exactly what he has done, allegedly. He has gotten to the industry and supposedly made all of these people big and made all of these deals and stuff. But you know what's so funny to me? You can make all of these other people so big and so lavish, but your wife, where's her name in the top 10? What top 10 charts is she on?
On the same ones with Candy, Suge Knight, Burris.
She ain't even on those. She ain't even on those because her album got shelved. So it's just confusing. And then you got this LinkedIn page. I mean, anybody can throw up a LinkedIn page and put a bunch of stuff on it. I mean, heck, I can get on my LinkedIn page and say I manage all of us on here. What? And then
ask you because that's my job.
What? So it's the lies, it's the confusion, it's the taking advantage, it's manipulation, the level of manipulation that he has going on, the way that you can manipulate people and talk, he just like I said, he's like Marceau. They use them words thinking that they can catch people up, and they do catch some people up, but not I.
Hold on. Hashtag Royer Records.
Royer Records. Wait. Before you finish, hi, bye, thank you. Rocky gave Mark Zuckerberg the idea for Facebook.
Let him tell it. He started the whole music industry. He recorded with everybody. He's the third pickleball queen.
Somebody in the chat said that he wrote Renaissance for Beyonce.
He wishes he was on that level. But you know what? As time goes on, someone said it the other night, what's done in the dark comes to the light. It's all gonna come to the light. And unfortunately, and I'm gonna be praying for her, but unfortunately, Latasha is so tied up into this thing that she ain't going nowhere no time soon, because he has got her wrapped around not just his finger, not his dingling, but his whole entire body. I mean, she's wrapped up, tangled up, tied up, and she ain't got no way of getting out of this.
She
So
lost herself. She lost
yeah.
herself.
Mhm.
But you know what, Roy? Miss True Kelly, you right. Those Bravos cameras need to be rolling out. All this content. You know what they need to do? They need to take Tasha K's clip where she's literally holding the phone and talking to him. We need that on this show. Let me tell you something. The Queen.
That's why we need Carlos King to come back, because you know he do that on his show. You know when Heavenly was doing her interviews on the camera, he put all of that on the show. So why Bravo ain't do it?
Yeah, but listen. Bravo need to catch this footage because we got some good stuff going on in these streets. And they need to make sure this show gets another season because this show is absolute fire. They said Mona Scott King thought of this idea, bringing these girls together, and she's allegedly producing it. Mona, wake up, girl. I hope you getting this stuff that's going down. We need you to wake up, girl. Somebody tweet her because she got some footage she needs to capture. Go ahead, Warrior. I didn't mean to cut you off. Finish up.
No, you good. That's all I had to say. Prayers to Tasha. Prayers, you know, to Mama Gloria, because apparently he got her wrapped around his finger too. Mama Gloria just as tied up and tangled up as Tasha is. The only one that got some halfway good sense is Tamika, you know, and we praying her strength in the Lord. It's a shame though. I heard her, period.
Said that she wanted to do a reunion. So I hope she is rolling the cameras because she said that on Speak On It. She said she wants to do a reunion.
Oh, well, I hope it happens. And listen, they need to bring that daddy to that reunion.
Oh, yeah.
If Mama Gloria is there, you know Daddy is not coming. He can't come if Mama Gloria.
Listen, that thing will be fire. Do you hear?
Because he gonna have to have his caretaker there, and I'm sure Mama Gloria is not having that.
Now they're gonna be there with dueling Bibles.
Yeah, bye, Maria. Thanks for stopping by. You know, Heather, you right. Rocky gave God the idea for creation. Come on, Rocky did it all. Shan, what are your thoughts?
Can somebody go check on Tasha? Because the girl is going through it. Between being a thief, allegedly, right? Between being a thief, her husband cheating, low self-esteem. I actually feel bad for her. Somebody go over there and check on her. And since he's such a mogul, he worked with Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, all this. Where is the $30,000? That's all I gotta say. It's a mess. I didn't watch Tasha's K interview yet, but I'm gonna listen to it because I keep hearing about the Tasha K phone call. That's on my to-do list tonight.
It dropped.
But yeah, pray for Tasha.
Yeah, it dropped last night. You gotta go
check that out.
listen to it. And apparently, but she interviewed Unique, the mistress, the side chick, whatever you want to call her. But it's on her.
I saw the thriller.
Yeah, but it's
her
website. On her. Yeah, it's on her website. I gotta wait till it gets dropped on YouTube. I am Leo Aries. What are your thoughts?
Too?
I'm very interested in watching the Tasha K interview. I didn't even know she had. I think I read that early this morning that it was supposed to be an interview, but I passed it back because I was like, he can't be stupid enough to get on YouTube and start running his mouth. So he really is that dumb?
No, it was a phone call they had. Now I'm assuming that he probably thought it was a private phone call between her and him. But she recorded it. She recorded it. So she's holding yeah, she's on speaker and he's running his mouth.
Wait, I hope he don't sue her or nothing.
Well, no.
I know.
That's what he was telling me. Because in Jersey, it's a two-party consent. You can't record somebody without them knowing. But every state,
but not in North Carolina. Right. But not in North Carolina. It don't have to be two-party consent.
And not in Atlanta. So you know, so she recorded him and he was on there talking.
But I just think that's foul. Or maybe she did hopefully ask him, do you mind if I record the conversation?
Savage.
Well, I don't think,
but he deserved it though.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The way the phone call was going, I don't think she did. But this is just me. This is just my thoughts. I can't say for fact. I don't think he would have been talking the way he was talking if he knew he was being recorded.
That's why are we trying to give him? Why are we trying to give him this? He's a thief. So who cares if he knew he was being recorded? They stole $30,000.
That's
okay. So
don't make it right.
So, but Diva, did it sound like he was an
But
intelligent
Tasha,
man?
No, he sounded foolish. He sounded like a gaslighter. He sounded like a manipulator. So wait, hold on one second. Yo, thanks for the super chat. You said Rocky is an Ike Turner daddy, Kevin Hunter. Can you? Oh, I forgot
Kendall.
about him. Can do Isaac. That is Mary J.
Mary
Blige.
J.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige. No, you gotta go listen to it. He told on himself in so many ways. So when he wanted to act like Unique was just some crazy person that's lying on him, and he's saying the FBI is involved and all of this other stuff.
Oh
But
my God,
she
no,
clearly
no.
asked him, did he ever cheat? And he never says, well, yes, I did. He just said, I ain't perfect. No marriage is perfect. But
But he
go ahead, E.
But he did say, if I don't care, 100 women came out, me and Tasha would be looking like, okay, what's y'all point? Because she ain't going nowhere. Now, he did say that.
He
And
said that for
Wow.
he said a lot of incriminating things on that recording. He admitted to being gang affiliated. He admitted to putting money on folks' head and blackmailing folks. And he threatened Tiny, Tamika, and Candy and Todd and said that he was going to put some info out on Instagram to make everyone keep his name out of their mouth and to show camaraderie. He also admitted to some financial misconduct because he said that anytime they do something like that, they get to break their lease and move. So that when he said the FBI was involved, I'm curious as to know what the attorney would be thinking about this recording, because he started off the
Oh
phone
my.
call by saying, I can't talk to you, Tasha. I can't tell you too much, but then stayed on the phone for hours just talking and spilling the beans. He said he
He
tried to
is
make it seem like his
delusional.
phone was hacked and someone had hacked in and sent the pictures to Unique. And he even made it seem like Unique is the one who scammed him, if you really listen to it. And he made it seem like she was trying to do a money grab. So go listen to that recording, because he tried to spin it. But if Unique was trying to scam you and this was a money grab, why are you asking her for a picture of the sonogram? Because he even said he can't have any more kids. And Tasha said if the girl was pregnant, that she would want to take the baby so that she could have one more. So why would you even say that?
That part.
Wow.
Lisa, thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. Said, love your commentary. He's a narcissist. He definitely is a narcissist. He's a piece of work. But all I can say is go to Tasha K's channel, listen to that phone call. And she even told him, she was like, look, dude, I've been doing this for years. So, and listen, anybody who does something for a long time, whether you work in the bank, whether you work in a clothing store, you know the ins and out, and you begin to know certain things about that industry, right? So her point was, I've been doing this for years, and pretty much she was saying this girl don't seem like she's lying. And she said, and she told him straight up, there's some other girls that are coming forward that don't even know Unique and have similar stuff that she had. And he still was like, and he was like, ha ha ha. If you got my dick pic, you got a picture of mine, then I need to see it. So he's a whole hot mess. All I can say is listen to that phone call, because and he even claims at one point, this just tells you how he has this God complex almost, right? Like he can just save everybody from everything. He was pretty much telling her, if you knew me before your public situation, you wouldn't even be in that situation right now. And so she was like, can you help me now? Because I got owed $4 million. He's like, oh, you owe $4 million? Dude, if you can help somebody fix it, help them fix it. Yeah,
Girl, if you would have seen the way Tasha's eyes lit up like a Christmas tree when he said that you could help her with the Cardi situation. Girl.
Didn't it go? Until she said $4 million, then he was like, oh. Okay. He was like, oh. Somebody said Florida is a 2-party consent. But see, how does it work if I'm in a state where it's a 1-party consent and someone else is in a 2-party consent state? How does that work?
It depends on where you are when you do it. So if Georgia is a 1-party consent and she's in Georgia doing it, then she's not breaking any Georgia law. But if she does it and the point of origin is a state that does require 2-party notification, then she is breaking the law.
So then she's good, no matter where the other person lives.
No,
she knows that.
She has wherever.
I just
she
hope she don't get in any more trouble.
Because
I
she
don't
in
think. I
Georgia,
think.
hopefully.
I'm gonna tell you this. I really think that she's being smarter than that now. But I did hear that. I thought I heard her say herself too that she lives in Florida now.
Yeah, I heard her say she lived in Florida sometime, but
Well,
if she
two part of state
if,
then.
but if she had that phone call and made the recording while she was in Georgia, which I think you guys are saying is a one party consent, then she would be in the clear.
Well, I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Unique lives in Georgia, and I remember she flew down to Georgia to do the
Yeah.
interview with
Yeah.
Unique, and
Mhm.
she was saying on the phone call with him, "Listen, I've been up 24 hours already. What is it that you want? Pretty much, like, what do you want to talk about?" So I think she probably was in Georgia when she recorded it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that she learned a hard mistake with this $4 million lawsuit, and
I do too.
Hard mistake.
I don't think she's gonna mess up again. I don't think she's going to mess up again.
Not with something that you could just Google, you know? You could just look it up.
Yeah. So, Robin, what do you have to say about this situation?
I did not hear the Tasha interview. I do have my own opinion about Rocky. I think that he's low down, dirty, fake, phony, fraud, and everything you read off of the LinkedIn. I had to laugh for a couple of reasons. One of them I won't share today, but it was like he did a lot of cutting pasting of different missives. But with that said, I will only say those things about it. But I'm going to, as soon as this live stream is over, I'm gonna go over to the Tasha K and I'm gonna listen to it. And I hope that I don't pee my pants too hard.
It's interesting. It's interesting. Denzel, you're in the building. What's going on? What do you want to say about Rocky and his whole situation right now that he has going on?
How you doing, Diva and everybody?
Hey.
He's a hot mess. You know, he's a dog, and he's just bad news. He just need to go away. He needs to go to a far away island by himself.
Yeah.
He can't be trusted.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you said that. Sorry to cut you off, but this girl
No, it's
on
fine.
YouTube, she does true crime. She was saying how, I'm sorry to cut you off, Denzel, but I just wanted
Oh
to
no,
say
no, no,
this.
it's fine.
She was saying how all messed up people in the world should go on an island, right? And then you should cut off the island, just let them go. Like all the messed up men in the world.
That part right there. Wait.
Did your Diva? Did y'all talk about Are y'all talking about Porsche Williams too?
No, not today. Not today.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, Denzel. 12 Star said, Tasha K said, I'll come to you. You right. She was in Georgia, because I do remember this part too. Said, I'll come to you after he said they were on tour. Rocky then said we're on commercial promo tour. LOL the lies. Yeah, he you know what? I like to say this. He misrepresents the truth. Same thing. He's a liar. But
he is.
P Beats, I hope I said your name right. Where are you from, Diva? I'm originally from New York. I'm originally from the Bronx, but I'm in Jersey now. Now I'm a
Jersey.
I'm a Jersey girl now, but I'm
Jersey girl.
Yeah, I'm a Jersey girl now, but I'm originally from the Bronx, right? So let me see. So yeah, if Rocky is on tour, he is head of security. He's head security.
Ain't nobody skipping on Rocky, but let me say this.
Yes.
Because Rocky says that he is so smart and he has this degree in psychology. But Tasha, she didn't mince any words with him. She told him that him calling her was a bad idea, and that because he said his friends told him not to call her. And Tasha said, just as sure as your name is Gray Hair Diva, you should have listened to him. And Rocky said, well, what do you mean by that? And she said, I've been doing this a long time and this is not looking good for you. And she told him that he does not speak well. She told him that, and she told him that he looked bad. So the fact that he can't say that he doesn't know, because she told him she was going to put this information out still. So he knew that she didn't believe it. He knew that she told him this did not look good, and I just feel like Rocky did not use the context clues, because what he should have said when Tasha let him know that she was going to put this out and that it didn't look good, he should have said, are you recording me?
Right. You
Mm-mm-mm.
know what, I think he took it as he was only thinking about his whole agenda was to stop the interview with Unique. Right, stop her from doing that interview. And I think at that point, you're right. I do remember her saying that to him, but I think in his head, only thing he was thinking about was that interview with Unique. So he wasn't thinking about the present phone call because he was acting
Mm.
like, because remember, he kept saying, I rock with you, I like you, I liked you
Mhm.
for XYZ. He thought that that was going to get to her. Well, shame on him because obviously he's not a Tasha K follower. Because if he followed her, he would have known that the worst thing he could have ever done was call her on the phone. He's a dummy.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
he's
The
ever
only
dumb.
thing,
He's dumb.
True.
the
he should
only
have met
thing
her
that would
in
have,
person. Wait, I'm gonna let you finish. But he should have met her in person and
mhm.
said and patted her down and then talk to her. But go ahead.
No,
He
I was
couldn't have
just gonna
said
say the
nothing.
only thing that would have saved him, where she would not have put out this recording, is if he would have taken care of that Cardi B situation like he promised, because that's the only time in the video where Tasha smiled. That's
All
where
right.
he piqued her interest.
That's facts. That's facts. I am Leah. What was you gonna say?
I said, man, he's so dumb. That's all. I'm just agreeing with. I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm just agreeing with what everybody is saying and mumbling up under my breath. I just can't believe this is a dumb mofo right here.
Yeah, he's a
I
big
mean,
dummy.
really.
A
Yes,
big
he is.
dummy. A big dummy. Come.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, a big dummy. He is as smart as he think. He's not. He's not. But you know what? Narcissists really think that they're smarter than the world, right? Wolfgang has
Hmm.
affairs. Oh, Ebony Dix, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, so he been doing his thing. He a wild one at 79. He a wild one at 79.
Now,
There's
now who's Wolfgang? Who's that?
You got to go back to the
Okay,
beginning.
I watched in the beginning.
Yeah, go back to the beginning. Ebony, thank
Okay.
you for chat.
but my thing is,
Yes.
there's so many YouTubers, right? Amazing YouTubers who does interview. If I was him, I'm going to anybody but Tasha K. Just
I
because,
mean,
like,
Well,
I
see,
I would
mean,
not have called her.
right.
I like Tasha K though. I actually like Tasha K, but he set himself up. See,
He
you
did. But
can't do
see,
messed up stuff
but
and
she's
just think you're gonna live your
sensational.
life
She's so
freely.
sensational.
he's social. But here's the thing, right?
I like Tasha K. No, I
This
like
what-
her. I'm just saying because you don't know.
Right.
I like her too, but she is what it is. She's sensational. She does. I mean, hell, she did the whole damn thing for on Cardi B for a year and a half. She knew she knew what she was doing, and I can appreciate it.
But he had to go to
He
Tasha K.
deserved it. He
Hold
Because
deserved
on,
it
that's
though.
where,
hold on 1 second.
sorry.
No, you're okay. Here's the thing with Tasha K, and I always told Sherelle this. The sad part is, like, the girl, outside of her commentary, I'm not talking about her commentary for a minute.
Okay.
The girl is a smart chick, right?
Okay.
She's a smart chick that is in her own. I'm trying to find the right words to use. She's a smart chick that got in her own way, right? She's one of
Yep.
those people
Yeah.
that no matter what, she's going to prove her point. See, I know when to back down. I know when to say sorry. I know
Right.
when to abort
Right.
mission, right? She doesn't know when to
Yeah.
abort mission. And this what I always tell Sherelle, which what I feel so bad for her, right? Is it's not easy to build your way up to 1 million subscribers in this particular sector, especially, right?
It's not. It's not.
It's like that almost Wendy Williams type of sector. And so
Right.
because you got to talk about something so unpopular, right? The
Hmm.
celebrities, you piss them off, right? So it's
Yeah.
not too many that's going to want to come and do an interview with you because they don't like when you talk about them because it is your truth and you're talking about what you see. So
Right.
she built her way up to 1 million subscribers. And I will tell you this because when I first started watching YouTube, I ran into Tasha K's channel. She knows how to tell a story.
Yeah.
One woman show. She gets up there and does her own thing. And these people love to come interview with her, whether she pays them or not, it really doesn't matter. And I will tell you this, and I heard Perry say it too. If the interview is in West Bubble, she's going to pack her backpack, come to you with her crew and them cameras, and she's going to do that interview with you in person, okay? She's going to come see you face to face, and she's going to do what she got to do to get that interview. And so for that, you got to give this girl credit. And although I think a lot of her stories are definitely based in some truth. But then when she puts her, story spin on it, maybe some extra comes out, and then it gets all jumbled up and you got to pluck in some out the truth and all of that. So I think, where I feel bad for her is Cardi B straight up asked this chick to knock it off, and she would
Yeah.
be in this predicament right now. She would have just knocked it off. She would be enjoying her million subscribers and raking in the past. But
Yeah.
instead,
Yeah.
You know what I do
$4
like about
million
Tasha?
bill. Uh-huh.
What I do like about Tasha is she's very resilient. She's
Yeah.
super resilient because a lot of people thought she was gonna like disappear and stuff because of the
Yep.
Cardi B situation. So shout out to her for keep going. That says a lot. Like don't give up
That,
type
that
thing.
does says a
Well,
lot.
yeah,
I watch
heard,
her from time to
Now,
time.
Wait, hold
I
on.
heard she got a
Diva.
part-time job at
Hold on,
Popeye.
Denzel. Hold on, Denzel. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, I was just saying she is resilient. I heard she got a part-time job at Popeyes to help pay this $4 million back.
Papa.
Listen, she's resilient. So okay, so yeah, and somebody said you gotta know when to stop. You gotta know when to stop, right? You
Well,
gotta
she did apologize. I saw it on her. I saw it somewhere. She posted it. She said she apologized. She'll never do it again.
Oh
Now, can
yeah.
I say something about that?
But yeah, hold on, Denzel. You can. Yeah, she apologized
Okay.
after the judge told her that you paying $4 million. Go ahead, Denzel, because I do want to add one last story. Go ahead.
Okay, no, this is my personal opinion. I don't feel sorry for Tasha K. She's a liar, but people. But I will say this: people, people gonna like her, and that's their decision. But I hope I hope that she will continue to just tell the truth, and when she just tell the truth, she'll be fine.
But you know what, Denzel, I gotta be honest with you.
Okay.
She lied in this particular situation, but she lied based upon some information that was given to her. But see, that's the
Yeah.
fine line that we play with. And that's why, on my channel, because Tasha K jokes say I ain't got it. No, for real, I ain't got it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to have to get no lawyer. I don't want to go through none of that, right? So
Yeah.
people send me information a lot of times, right? All the time. And that's why I strictly go by what I see on the show. And sometimes
Right.
when people say there's some outside stuff, a lot of times I block it from coming in. Because
Yeah.
if you did it on the show, you did it on the show. I got my proof. You did it on the show.
Right.
I don't want to bring in all this extra stuff because it's like, well, where did you get this information from?
Exactly. Is it true or not?
Right. And then if you don't want to give me more details on where you got the information, then I definitely don't want to touch it. Right.
I don't blame you.
So I think that, it's so easy to call her a liar, but a lot of the stuff she talks about is not because she just personally just made it up. People are giving her information, and then you got to say to yourself,
Right.
do I take this information and have an exclusive, or what do I do with this
Now,
information?
now what that woman that gave her that information, did Carter B sue her at all?
No.
I don't want to go there. The train is off the track. The train
Okay.
is off the
Okay, let's
track.
get back on the track.
Let's bring the train back on the track. Okay. The train back on the track. The thing is, you know what? I'll say this as a sister. Tasha K built that platform to 1 million. I wish her
Yeah.
the best, and I
Yeah.
wish she find some way to pay this $4 million so
Exactly.
she can get that monkey off her back. And I'm not, when I say monkey, I don't mean Cardi B.
Oh, no.
I mean the monkey of that money off her back.
Right.
Let's carry on. I got one story here to end, and I want to say this, and it kind of ties into the whole Latasha Scott and Tamika situation, where I think men, I'm gonna say men for right now, but we can add people or whatever, right? I think men, when they break up with maybe their first wife or somebody else, and they leave behind a kid in that situation, you cannot deal with the mother anymore, but you do need to find the best common way to co-parent, because when you cut off the mother, or if a mother cuts off the father, you cannot cut them off from their offspring because it's just wrong.
Right.
Now,
Right.
one show that, every 3 weeks, I think I shared with y'all, my dad is 84. He'll be 85 this year. And, he's going through a bout of chemo, but he's doing well and he's standing strong. And so every 3 weeks, my sister and I, we go with him to his treatments. And when we watch
That's a blessing.
in the IV room, he loves to watch, and I hope I pronounce his name right. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, Auntie Robin, you help me out. I want to say Karamo.
Yes.
I love him, right? So
Me
my dad
too.
loves to watch him. And so there's a clip where I encourage you to go to his channel because he has a YouTube channel, right? And watch the whole show. But it's
Okay.
the breakdown of this father-daughter relationship. And the breakdown partly is because really the mother and the father don't get along. So let's watch this really quickly. Hold on, guys. I'm going to see if I can share this screen with you. And then we're going to talk.
Okay.
It's a little heartfelt. Let's see if I can get to it. Okay. Now, she hasn't seen her father in 7 years. Okay. Let me see if I could play this little clip for you. It's a short clip. It's 4 minutes. Let's just look at this breakdown. It's sad.
Can you turn the volume up?
I still reached out and tried,
But
even though she said this ain't what I
need to
want.
hear this with the language.
She wanted me to be at her graduation.
We can't really hear.
Definitely
Okay,
understand
one
that.
second.
And
Let me see
again,
if I can do it.
I was told my wife can't come to the graduation. As a man and a father,
Whew.
Wow.
So I want to know
Well,
from your perspective,
and
why do you
then the
think Renee
mother, he
hasn't
speaks
seen
to the
his
mom.
daughters?
He speaks to the mom. Hold on one second, guys. I just wanna stop. Woo, woo. Yeah, some people are saying why couldn't he catch a cab or Uber?
Right.
He's mad because he has no driver's license because child support, so he's not paying the child support, his back child support, but he has a new wife and a stepdaughter. This whole situation is a mess. She hasn't seen her dad in 7 years. I just wanted to show that clip because I feel like it's so sad when there's a breakdown in the family and he has a new family and he doesn't know how to navigate the both families, so to speak, and he's blaming on the child.
That's right. That's right. That
Yeah.
part.
How does a
That
child
part.
supposed to come get you from the airport? It's
That's
called,
right.
people are saying, a Uber. It's called catch a cab.
But
Exactly.
Your
A
child,
bus.
right? A bus. Your child, a train. Okay, no.
There you go.
Choo choo.
Choo choo.
what's that Alita Adams
A
song? Just
bicycle.
get here if you can.
Just get here if you can.
Right.
It's just when I saw that, I was like, OMG, this is so hard to watch. Okay. It's so hard to watch. I'll start with you, Auntie Robin. What are your thoughts?
The first thing was that he has not gotten to not even a fairly decent place in the dissolution of his relationship with his child's mother. I don't know if they were married or not. He obviously, I'm gonna say it like this: what I saw was a man who never had a relationship with his daughter, or one that was real. Because if he had any relationship, or if he was able to communicate with her effectively, they would not have been butting heads like this. What I saw was someone who wants to be right but doesn't know how to listen. He could hear what he hears, what he wants to hear, but that meaning he hears words, but he's not listening. When you listen, it's a different intention.
Mm-hmm.
I felt for the daughter because I don't know how long it has been, but it's very clear that he adulterized her because he was
Yep.
treating her
Yep.
as if they were peers, and that's not the
That's
case
right.
when you have a parent-child
That's the
relationship.
problem.
Period. Point blank. Right. Full stop. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that for the daughter, for your father, who you haven't seen in 7 years, that you at least at minimum put out the invitation. He didn't give. I feel what I think that she was feeling was that he wasn't putting in enough effort to complete this whole process and this task. It was like, oh, here it is. It's like, you know how some people, you want to get there, but you want to be there, but you don't want to have to get there. and he was missing the getting there point, and he was not taking responsibility for getting there. I thought it was very sad. I didn't see this Karamo, so I don't know what the wife is like. My hope would have been that his wife would have at least been considerate enough to say, "Hey, it's your kid. What can I do to help you to, make this right?" And it's sad. I personally, I am happy to say that has not been my situation. Even though, and now it's funny because as I look at it, sometimes I resented my father. My father was in the service. He was a career serviceman, and there were times like we were in the Bronx and he was in Germany, and it kind of bothered me. But it wasn't like he was just like not trying to be here. It's because he was on another continent doing the work of, help us to preserve our democracy and fight for our country. So that is wild. But I even with that distance I had, my parents were always together. They were always married. And it's hurtful for me to see a father and a daughter not just be easy and okay. And I hope that wherever they are today is different from what we saw on the screen.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
I have two parts to this. So my parents remarried when I was 7. So my father, he had a wife, and my mother had a husband. And I didn't like either one of my step parents. And I just truly, truly believe that people try to force their spouses on other people, and especially children, and they think that's okay, and it's not okay. And I've heard many men say, well, if my wife can't come, then I'm not coming either. Forget your wife. Who gives a damn about her? If your children were here before your wife, then sometimes your wife will have to take a back seat. And for
Yes.
those of you who have been a stepmom, because I've been with a man who has had children. Sometimes that's a part of the package. Sometimes you have to take a back seat because it's not about you. If the man already lives with you, then you can sacrifice a day or 2 out of the month and just say, okay, go be with your child, and we'll see you when you get home. You sleep here for Pete's sake.
Amen.
Talk about it. Amen.
For me, and I want to talk about the whole parents aspect, because for me, you don't get a choice not to deal with the mother of your child anymore. I heard you mention that. And just because you cannot cope, this is where I stand. I'll say it this way: you cannot co-parent with someone who you do not speak with. And kids learn interpersonal and conflict resolution skills by seeing divorced parents get along well, and they're happier. What I saw on that video, that man sounded to me like he ruined his life and he knows it. And he got with his new wife to help him mitigate his losses. This new wife, she's his chauffeur, his chef, and his counselor. But the eldest daughter is telling him, I don't want anything to do with her. And that's fair. Why can't your eldest daughter get one day of you to herself? I think that as a daddy's girl, I feel like, why can't you give that to her? You haven't seen her in 7 years.
Yeah.
And so you see your wife and your other kids every day, but you haven't seen this girl in 7 years. But see, these are the black canes for you. He's blaming the daughter for him not having a license. He's blaming her because he has to pay child support. And then he's blaming her because she only got 4 tickets. And like she said, my grandmother's coming and my mother's coming. Those people have been here for me, and you're getting a ticket too. Like, come on, you can't bring that woman. She could drop you off and pick you up, but you can come. But I don't have a ticket for her. So again, I'm going to conclude with this: stop thinking your kids have to accept your new spouse's presence at their graduations or their weddings or whatever other important events. If it's important for you to be there, then you can be there, but you don't have to bring these people with you. You accepted your new spouse. Your kids don't have to accept anything. It's unreasonable. And I'll just conclude it with that.
And they also, it sounds like he expected her to substitute her feelings for his, which is also crazy.
Correct.
Insane.
It is.
I agree with both of you, Robin and E. You said it perfectly. You said it perfectly. They do not have to accept your new spouse, but you know what? You said something that really hit home for me. These new spouses need to get a grip. You sleep with this
Exactly.
man. You see him every day. You can't sacrifice a day or two so he could go see his kids without you.
Back off.
Come on, Denzel, back off. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Denzel. You're up next. What are your thoughts?
It's a mess. Her dad. This is a sad situation. The He should have went to his daughter's graduation. And 7 years he haven't seen his daughter in 7 years. That is really sad. And but yeah, he should have went to her graduation. His wife needs to back off. I hope and I pray that they get in counseling, and I hope they get close, because life is short, and it's a really sad situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 4 tickets. Whoa. I had 8 tickets and my uncle had a fit. I couldn't invite his girlfriend. I had that ticket for my dad and he didn't even show up.
Oh,
It's a lot of dynamics. It's a lot of dynamics. I am Leo Aries. What are your thoughts?
I just found that gentleman very emotionally immature. His
Yes.
emotional IQ is like zero for a grown ass man with
he
kids
needs to
and
grow up.
got a baby mama and a wife, you know. But
Hmm.
I feel like him not being able to emotionally process that he is the parent. Everybody else is right. He adulterized or made her into adult, like an adult, absent from him, like just a woman arguing at him when that's your child. If you cannot put the responsibility of your child to make sure you get to her graduation, what kind of sense does that make? For a grown man, you are the parent, and I don't think he's parented. I don't know his other relationship, but I don't think he has parented, in meaning raising children from birth to adulthood, or
Mhm.
from birth to a teenager. You know what I mean? Parented. Because when you
Hmm.
parent, you do understand the fact that there's certain things that's just your responsibility just off the rip. To rely on your child to get somewhere, and he ain't even no old man, y'all. I
Mhm.
mean, he is a reasonable 30, 40 some year old man that could be
Yeah.
able to navigate and get around in the world. What is this? Where did
Yeah,
you learn that?
that's his responsibility, not his daughter.
Mhm.
But
And
see,
to be able to be responsible enough to show up for her. He doesn't even understand that part. He don't even
That's the
understand that
problem.
he's not been there for 7 years. He don't even understand. It is his responsibility to show up for this child,
Right.
to do whatever he needs to do.
can I
Right.
echo something you said? Because you said that he hasn't parented. And for any first time parents, is always, because it seems like this was his first child. The first one always gets the short end because you're learning with that one. But see, this is where the co parenting relationship comes into play, because where he may not understand, or where he may be missing the gaps on how to communicate with his daughter, that's where the mother steps in and say, hey, you should try this, or she feels this way, or she's communicated that with that to me. This is where teamwork comes into play, because first time dads with daughters, if your daughter does not cling to you and there's already a missing link in the foundation, you need the help of the mother, but you have to be willing to come in and be vulnerable and say, you know what, I effed up with this, but I
That's
want to make
true.
it better. And mom,
That's right.
help me be the father that my daughter needs to be, because you
Mm,
filled in my absence. That's what I would have
that's
wanted.
right. But he's not
Wait, wait,
emotionally mature enough to
hold
identify
on.
that.
Hold on
I'm
one
very
second,
new to this.
guys. Hold on one second, guys. Yes, Rebel Sunflower, yes, sorry for your loss. I want to say this. The best public figures that I could think of that I would say had the perfect blended family. We know there's no such thing as perfect, but y'all know what I mean.
Ideal.
The ideal, thank you, Robin. That's why I love you. The ideal blended family was Rev Run. Was that Rev Run? The Rev
Yep.
Run show. I literally did not know until they mentioned it that all of the kids in that household wasn't by those two. I swear to God,
Mm.
I did
Me
not
too.
know. And 2 days said it, and I was shocked because literally all the kids looked like his wife. And the wife treated everybody from what it appears, you know, from the show, like they were hers. And
And who was
Mm-hmm.
he?
and they
What show is
were,
this?
huh?
What show
Reverend
was
Run,
this?
Angela and
Reverend Ron.
mhm.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh,
that show, I love that show
me too.
because of that reason. When I found out that they all wasn't, you know, their kids together, I
Right.
was
we
in
never knew
complete
that.
in other shock, and I fell in love with them as a family because of that. And I just love that show. And that was one of my main reasons for loving the show, because I thought that they did blended family so well. And so, you know what?
Yeah.
When you, let me tell you, my girlfriend did end up marrying this guy. They were supposed to get married, but she was dating somebody, and at the time she was dating him, she had no kids, and he had 2 kids. I want to say 2. I can't remember the number, but one of the kids, first of all, he wasn't paying child support. He wasn't really in their life the way he should have been, and she was like, "I'm not going to date you unless you get a relationship with your kids, right?"
Right.
That summer, one of his youngest kid came to stay with them. She put this boy in camp.
Of
Okay,
course.
they thought that she was his mother. Okay, and she spoke to the mother. And to this day, even though she did not marry him and they're not no her and the guy no longer in contact, she is close with, you know,
The children and their mother.
that part, that part, that part right.
Mm-hmm.
And so the mother of his child had an older son before he got with her. And my girlfriend told him, like, he was good to both of them because the situation was just so beautiful. And first of all, you know, that's my girlfriend of over 20 years, but I loved her even more when I saw the way that she handled that particular situation. When you
Yeah.
get with somebody, they a package deal. And if you get with somebody, because sometimes you can help someone do the right thing. We all got to learn from somebody, right? And maybe because you didn't learn from somebody that raised you or whatever, it's not too late to learn. And I told you, when I saw the way my girlfriend handled that situation, I loved her even more because I saw another side of her that I never got to see before. Because like I said, at that time, she didn't even have no kids of her own.
Wow.
And the boys stayed with her that summer. And I mean, I swear to goodness, everywhere they went, they thought that little boy was hers. But she never disrespected the mom. She talked to the mom and she let the mom know, are you okay if we put him in this camp? Blah, 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 whatever, whatever. And that wasn't even her husband. That was just her man.
Wow.
But go ahead. Who was talking? I'm sorry. Who did I stop?
I didn't want to, because I'm brand new to your panel. My name is Ebony. Hi.
Hi, Ebony.
I'm brand new to your
Yes.
And I just want to comment on the video real quick, just because I just feel that fathers have a real a sour rap when it comes to being a father. I mean, someone said he's a father for the first time, but he may never get it and may never understand how to be a true father. And as you can see, he was so defensive for himself. He was defending himself. So I really feel bad for him. And I just think that we shouldn't be so harsh. I really want to say, Nazil, I kind of really hope that you had a male perspective, because I think a lot of men get such a bad rap, especially when you come onto a channel with a lot of women. Sometimes it's best to just protect a man or protect their perspective. And I also think if something is so broken, how can you fix it? I think their relationship was so broken. How does he fix it? He said he had no car. He said he had XYZ. How did he fix it? He doesn't even know. He doesn't know. So I just really feel bad for a male, men for yesterday and today, because they just don't have the same playing field of parenting or know how to father, because they never had it themselves. So how can we expect them to know how to do right by their own child?
So hold on,
Can
guys.
I jump in? Can I jump in?
Yes, you can, but hold on 1 second, Rob.
I didn't get to comment.
Okay, I'm gonna come to you,
Sorry,
Shan.
Shan.
Okay, so Ebony, I do want to speak to what you said but I want to get to Shan. I'm gonna do a small snippet, Emily, of what you
I'm
said. Then
sorry,
I'm gonna
Shane,
get
for
to Shan.
interrupting.
No, you're good. You're good, and thank you for being here. I'm gonna come to Shan, and then I'm gonna swing back to you, and then we're gonna let everybody comment. I will say this, Ebony. See, here's the thing. I don't think there's anyone in the world, whether you came from a two-parent household, a single-parent household, that you're given every life skill that you need. But I'm of the mindset at some point in your life, when you recognize that you're lacking some type of skills, right? Then it's up to you to go research and do something about it. So here he is. What I got from that conversation is what he's really mad about. He's mad about the fact that he had to pay child support. He's mad about the fact that he fell behind on his child support. Because just because you owe child support, they're not taking your license. They're taking your license if you fell behind on the child support. And the number is significantly high. So they don't just take it because you missed 2 or 3 payments. You got to be either 10, 15, it depends on the state, or 20K in the
I
hole.
disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree. I watched the lead attorney who is he works with family court on he's very respectable. I don't want to promote anybody on your channel.
No. Ebony, I know the lead attorney, but I do want you to do this. This is respectfully saying, I want you to go, because it's public information. Just like with nursing, you can go look up my nursing license if you got all my name, right? You can go look up and see if my nursing license is active in the state in which I live. The same thing with attorneys. You can go look up to see about their attorney stuff. That's all I'm going to say to you. So I do know the lead attorney, so I'm not upset that you said the name on here, but I'm telling you that every state does not take away your license, your license over a small amount of child support. And let me tell you why I know for a fact, because I dealt with child support in my own personal life. So you gotta fall behind on a significant number. Because listen, if they just took your license because you owe child support, there would be a lot of men walking around with no license. And they will also try to work with you, especially because of the simple fact of they know that in order for you to pay your child support, you do need a job. And there's some people that can't get to their job without driving, right? Depending upon where you live and where you work. But I'm gonna come back to you, Ebony.
Wait, Diva.
Wait, okay, but I gotta get to Shan, because Shan didn't get to speak yet at all about the clip. So Shan, go ahead, talk to us.
Mine is real short. I just want to say I don't feel bad for him, because people make time for what they want to make time for. And I'm sure if the girl called him saying, "Oh, I have some WAP to give you," he would find a way. He would get an Uber, he would ride a bike, he would do whatever he needs to do. So what we're not going to do is make excuses for these grown men who sit down and have kids. Because my father was like that. Excuses, right? You sit down and have kids and you don't take care of them. No, I don't feel bad for none of them. We're not going to feel like nothing. You're a grown man. You know what you're doing to produce a child. Be responsible if you don't want the responsibility. So I disagree with Ebony.
Right. Okay. So, and Ebony, I'm glad for your perspective. So don't leave. So hold on one second. I will also say this. Now, my father, my mother did not get married. I was not raised with my mother, my father in the same household, right? I was raised by my mother. But I will tell you this, and you know, I don't shy away from it. I tell everybody on this channel, to this day, and Daddy's 84, to this day, Daddy is Daddy to me. And y'all see, I'm a good and grown woman. I turned 53 this month. Daddy is Daddy to me. Daddy doesn't expect me to be, his parent. Daddy doesn't make excuses about nothing that went down in our life. Daddy is Daddy to this chick right here. Okay. So I'm of the mindset that you pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Everybody wasn't given no silver spoon in their mouth. And I'm telling you, I grew up in the Bronx, and I think I said it before in this channel, poor. I didn't make no excuses about going to school, going to college. I went to the local community college first. Then I went to the university. Then I went back to school for nursing school. Then I went back to school again for my bachelor's in nursing. Then I went back to school for my master's degree. And I did not have that type of money like that. Where there's a will, there's a way. And if you're going to make an excuse, you're going to get a life, nothing but excuses. But I'm sorry. I'll circle back to E, Robin, and then we'll go back around. Go ahead, E. What did you want to say?
For me, I just take exception with the notion that as women and daughters, that we need to be protective. I mean, we need to be protective over the male ego and the way that they feel when they have abandoned and neglected their children. And I'm talking about this one isolated incident that we saw in the video. If you haven't seen your child in 7 years, I take exception that we would stay to a channel where, you know, maybe the base is predominantly women, but I mean, we have two eyes to see. And so we cannot dumb down we're not Latasha Scott. We can't dumb down our light and our intelligence to say, you know what, that man had a hard life. It's okay he hadn't seen his child in 7 years. No, get out of here with that. If you are an attorney and you lost your license because you hadn't paid your child support, then good. Absolutely great for you. And I hope they lock you up and I hope they take your income tax too. Absolutely. Because you need to pay your child support. Your child lives with someone, and when people, whether you are a mother or a father, or whoever does not live primarily in the household with the child, when you don't pay your child support, then you inadvertently inflict all of the burden onto the parent who the child lives with full time. So you mean to tell me that as a mom, that I have to help with homework. I got to wash the clothes. I have to cook the food. I have to get you a tutor. I have to take you to after school activities. I have to buy you the clothes. I have to keep the lights on. I have to put gas in the car. I have to pay for someone to watch you after school. I got to make sure I entertain you on the weekends. You're telling me I have to maintain your medical insurance, your dental insurance, your vision insurance. If you need glasses, I got to keep your hair cut. Come on. You're telling me I have to do all that, and then I have to protect your feelings because you don't want to pay the court order child support, and I have to feel bad that you lost your job. Oh, please! I hope you lose every job you ever get, because if you're not paying your child support, what do I care if you work or not? That makes absolutely no sense. That's dumb.
I don't know. I disagree. Come on, that's not showing her love for the man. Then she's gonna pick the wrong male for herself in the future. Honestly, that's just, you have to sometimes go over and above and maybe be selfless even more so your daughter can see, you know, that she doesn't want to hate on her. Not, this is just hypothetically, so that your child can see not to hate on their father. I just think that a lot of men get bad raps these days and in the past and the future, because they don't have their child in their home. And so the woman has all these strong feelings and they tend to just go on feelings. I really think that we
So the
should
woman has.
So Ebony, let me ask you this. I'm coming to you, Robin. Hold on. So Ebony, let me ask you this. He's married. And he has a stepdaughter, right? But I don't even, I'm gonna put the child out of this for a minute. Like, he's married. So if anybody should have compassion, his new wife should. And if anybody should be feeling for him, his new wife should. So his new wife knew that he had a daughter that was about to graduate, and she should have said, you know what, honey, we're going to save up, get you there on a plane. And then when you get off the plane, you're going to catch this Uber or this limo or the transfer bus. She should have looked all of that up for him. So he got somebody sitting by his side. If we're going to have a female, give him the most and highest level of compassion. And she should have told him, when you get there, show up for your daughter. And matter of fact, I went to the store and bought you a card that says congratulations on your graduation. And I stuck a little $50 gift card in there that I saved up for. Go bring all of this to your daughter where she goes and tell her that a stepsister over here said congratulations too. Matter of fact, when we sign the card, I'll give you one that just came just from you. And we're going to give another one with a little $25 in it that says congratulations from a little stepsister in me. But you go ahead and go on. And when you get back from the airport back to our town, I'll be there to pick you up. Why should a little girl be responsible for what he does and how he's going to get there and where he's going to be? And as
Amen to that.
and as a matter of fact, Why don't we send her? She graduating. Let's tell her mother that she want us to contribute to this hair, to the prom dress, to the shoes, to the whatever, the whatever. Now we can't give it all, but we got a 10 or a 20 or something on it. And matter of fact, talk to her and say, can we make a deal with this back child support so you can get your license back? And then perhaps when you do get your license back,
right.
bop. Okay, so there is
That's
ways.
right.
I think it's always, in my opinion, on the parent or parents to figure out how to make sure these young ladies and young men are okay with the situation. Not the child trying to say, Daddy, let me get you. I saved up from my little part-time job so you could get to my graduation. And matter of fact, stop at the dollar store. I already paid for it so you could bring balloons to me. Now, Robin, what do you want to say? Then we'll come back to Ebony. Go ahead.
Well, actually, Ebony, I actually was coming to. I started out wanting to come to your defense because the first thing I wanted to share with you, one of the first things you said was that you wanted to hear a male perspective, and I got the impression that you were suggesting that we were male bashing, and we don't do that on this channel as a rule. We pretty much take things as they come and what's presented.
Right. True.
So I just want you to know that, and know that we do take in a lot of different. We're going to respect everybody's perspective, but we're also going to challenge it. And I was okay with you until, for me, I felt like you were making excuses for where this man is his life with his daughter that he hasn't seen for 7 years. And the people who will hear me, who know about this, will know when I say excuses. Excuses are tools of the incompetent, which built monuments of nothing, and those who excel in excuses seldom excel at anything else. And that's where we are with this man. He's giving excuses for not seeing his daughter, excuses for not being able to get his grown self from point A to point B. I do not agree with your assessment that this young lady might choose a man of poor character and moral turpitude that is
That's
her
it.
father,
That's the word.
because she has seen evidence of someone who is not worthy of someone who is of high moral standing. She has not seen from her own father evidence of someone who knows how to care for her. She gets it. We saw her crying. I just find it very concerning listening to another woman, that would be you, seem to give a pass to this man who is not taking any responsibility for himself, much less for his child that he hasn't seen in 7 years, but expects the world from. This is not a matter of pot meet kettle. This is about parent meet child, and the math is not mathing here.
Yeah, I'm
Very
not.
well said.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Ebony.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm a part of the replay crew, so I can't get on all the time. So
Right.
it's not like I'm a diva. I am part of her diva, like the crew that she watched Diva. That is my intent. It was not only to not. I'm just trying to protect how children see their father. It's not necessarily about him. That's what I really think, because I think sometimes we strip them from being, oh, he should have did this, he should have did that, he should have did this. Like, we have all these he should haves, and this man could just be like, again, I said, he could just be broken to the part where he doesn't know how to fix it. It could be broken to where he doesn't know what he's doing right or wrong, and then he started picking and choosing and saying what's right or wrong. No, I want to protect the child, but also protect the male perspective, because I think that we just literally, not, this is a bashing male channel. However, I think sometimes that we do get hard on men, and that just, it is what it is. And how can we help the man to be better a father? Do we have to be more selfless? That's my that is my thing.
I think I'm connecting to what you're trying to say, right? But the thing is that I think it's like, sometimes I feel like it's a lot put on the females to help a male or men that perhaps find themselves to be lost or broken. It's almost like, okay, but why is it our responsibility to always lift the male up And sometimes when there's females that do this, right, you put all of this into building a male up, and then he's built up, and then he's gone and he leaves you, right? And I'm only going to give public examples so we can all kind of relate to what I'm trying to say. So you have Kevin Hart, who his first wife, she stood by him when he was trying to build up his comedy career. She wrote his jokes for him. She helped write his most popular jokes, okay? And then when his come up came, she wasn't good enough, and off he went, and he divorced her, and now he's with somebody else, and somebody else is benefiting. And then not only that, that would be okay, right? Because you could say, well, they grew out of each other, whatever the case may be. But again, when he got his money in his come up, all of a sudden she couldn't get a dime. She wasn't a good mother. She's crazy. She's this, she's that. And now let me throw in another public example, just again so we all can relate, right? You got Steve Harvey, who, when he was struggling, he had this wife, that wife, that wife, and all of them was helping him in some type of way and dealing with his brokenness.
Yes.
And waiting for him to get there. And then when he arrives, he does the trade-in that I like to call, right? When they arrive, they do the trade-in. So now you no longer good enough, and I'm going to trade in and get somebody that I want to be with in the public eye. You got Juanita Jordan, who was with Michael Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, from high school. She's still there from the thick and the thin. And she built this broken man up. So it's like the woman, we want to sit there. Y'all want us, and I'm not saying just you, Ebony, you know what I'm trying to say. You want us to stand by the man, help him out. He's a poor soul. How is he going to know? But when we stand by him and he gets to know, and then he makes his come up and he's feeling strong and he got his confidence, then we, the one that helped them, we get left behind. And then if we get to the court and we want to ask for what's ours, now we bitter, we mad because he don't want us no more, and this, that, and the other. No, you use me up.
Yes.
And now you want to trash me in the corner, and then you wonder why I got a little attitude or I'm emotional. And why is that? It's because of everything that you took me through, and I stood by your side. So all I'm saying is, I'm not here. We all get used. I told my girlfriend the other day.
That's right.
Market, Rebel Son, if you're okay, I'm bringing you up. I don't know if you want your I told my girlfriend, listen, we all get used, right? Because listen, I feel like these supermarkets are using us. You got the freaking self-checkout. I got to scan my own stuff, bag my own stuff.
Amen.
Fruit, I got to look it up and find out what code it is in. Then I got to purchase a bag. Okay, I want a W-2 from these places. So we all get used every day, all day. But what I'm not going to do is, when you run into abusive mode, I'm done. So all I'm saying is that these men, we as females, you got to stand up for yourself. I don't even want to accept the excuse no more because there was no daddy around. Listen, at the end of the day, daddy, no daddy, mama, no mama, whatever, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, deal with the hand that you was dealt, and you can still become a good person. If you are going to lay down with somebody, whether you male, female, whatever, and if you are male and you know you're not whole yet, and you're going to lay down with somebody and drop your seed, if you know you're not ready, at the very least, to the best of your ability, you better make sure whoever you about to lay down with, that they on some type of birth control and you on yours. And when I'm talking about know that they on some type of birth control, be with them long enough before you lay down with them that you see them pop that pill every day or get some, or they got an IUD in or something. That's all I'm saying. But don't lay your seed somewhere and then you want to have this child and wake up and you not emotionally mature enough to take care of your seed. I'm not
exactly.
Once you brought a child into this world, you better grow up right now, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Get your life together. If you
that part,
3 jobs, work 3 jobs, but you better take care of yours. Listen,
that's right.
you're a single mother. I had to do what I had to do. I brought that kid here. Okay. I got to feed that kid, clothe that kid, make sure that kid get to school, whatever. And like he said, it ain't easy. You got to get haircuts. You got to make food. When they sick, it's on you. You got to pay that copay. You got to go get that medicine. You got to buy glasses, put the braces on their teeth, all that good stuff. And so the person that laid down with you that helped you make this kid, because they not ready, they should be absolved from all of that financial, emotional, and all that responsibility. I say head to the no. And I add this last thing to it. That's why these females who want to hold their kid back, no, it's your weekend. Come get your kid.
That's right.
Come get them.
Hey,
It's your 4 weeks in the summer. Come get your kid, because that's 4 weeks. I ain't gotta cook, wash no clothes, cut no hair, do no homework, nothing. Come get your kid. Because
right, I need a break.
For that weekend or them 4 weeks, I'm gonna run the streets. But when they here, I'm gonna be mommy. But when you come get them, I'm gonna run the streets. I'm gonna shut up. I'm the Rebel Sunflower. You're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
Diva, you did something with this one. This one is deep. It's so deep. My God. There's like so many different ways you could parlay this conversation. But I'm going to keep the train on the track, and I'm going to say, when you were saying the last bit earlier about what a woman does and how you could build up a man and all of that stuff, it made me think of someone. I don't know if you all have heard this story, but it made me think of Miss Betty Broderick. If you listen to her story, it will make you feel like, am I with her, or am I like, do I understand how she's feeling? Or am I like, let me go with the law on this one? That one will tug at you. It will pull you in multiple ways, because the things that a woman does, I
was with Betty.
A woman, I'm sorry, men will never understand. I've had my mom ask me before, why is it that my brothers can't do the same things that I do for my mom? I said, because they've never birthed a child before.
Amen to that.
And
They've
that's why
never
I came up.
birthed a child before. They will never understand what a woman goes through.
That's true.
And that's my cue. I gotta go, because I'm about to go in this garage and I'm gonna lose you guys.
Okay.
I said my piece.
Thank you. Listen, guys, heated conversation, very good conversation, a real conversation, and we could probably be here forever. But my nail girl is probably going to choke me. Okay.
Oh no.
But you know what? I've been going to her for years. I was supposed to be there a while ago, but it's okay. I got to get myself in there today. I want to go around and get closing statements. And I want to say this, Ebony, I'm connecting with you, and I'm glad you came up, because we have to have different sides of the coin to have a really good open conversation, right? So I'm going to go from bottom up. Shan, what are your final thoughts and your words?
I would like to say, I understand what Ebony was going, and I was
Oh, Shan,
the
you
right way.
up.
I was on a panel a day or so ago. I was on a panel a day ago, and it's I have come up with a program that I'm trying to get funded and whatnot, and it's gonna go through, but it's to find men that are doing what they're supposed to be doing, to help men that don't know what they're supposed to be doing to do it. Because women telling men to do it, it's kind of a different dynamic. It just really doesn't work. Because when I talk to my husband, sometimes if his friend says the same thing, it's like, oh, so-and-so said it, that's a good idea. But I just said that last week and it wasn't such a good idea. But okay, long as he said it, it's a good idea, well, we should do that. And I felt like, and I've been with my husband decades, so I've been for years, I've been trying to come up with something, because I see so many women that don't have what I have, and it's kind of sad because their children are not getting what my children are getting. And it's not just me. I didn't get what my children are getting because my father didn't have a clue. So if anybody is listening that's into the community and that's into doing programs in your community, think about that. And it's a lot of men out here that would be willing to mentor and get on board with your program for other men. And most states will, especially if you're a single woman, it's easier. It's a little bit more difficult for me to get it funded being uh um a married woman, because grants are easily to come by for certain demographics. But I'm still trying, and I'm gonna get there. And I will applaud anybody else that would come into something like that, because our men in African American communities specific are not being taught because they don't have anybody there to teach them. And when we teach our boys, it's a different, they get it a different way. I don't care if you're doing a good job, if you did a good job, if you're giving what they need. It's just a difference when it comes from another man. So that's what I want to
agree
wrap
with
up.
you.
I want everybody
I
to
don't.
try to think about starting something in their community to help men, because it's not the fact that we want to get them excuses. No, we want to get them the main excuse. We gave you the proper tools, use it. That's what we want
And
to do.
that's, I think you are definitely connected with Ebony. I think that's
Mhm.
part of the message she was trying to get across to us.
Articulate. Mhm.
Yeah, I okay. So I hear what you're saying. I wish you came in earlier, but I got to go. I got
I
nails
was
to get done.
driving. I was driving.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. I was driving.
that's okay. I appreciate you popping in. I am Leo Aries. What are your final thoughts?
And again, I've been thinking over here about what Ebony said, and and this is a very fair panel. I hear a lot of different inputs that I may agree with, may not agree with, but it's always very interesting. And something Judge Judy will always say, y'all know the Judge Judy, y'all. So she would always say to a lot of women, when he left, he took my this, and then he took my this, and this. And she'd be like, well, isn't he the father of your child? And she would be like, yes, and that's the reason why he owed me this, and this. And she would say, but you picked him, right? So, we are the prize. So as far as women are concerned, and they come for us, and we choose which one we gonna deal with. So in a lot of ways, it's not about making excuses for men, because I have this debate very often, because I have two brothers and a man, and they all gang up against me on the weekends when I'm pointing out facts
You said
about
not on
men.
the weekends. On the weekends.
And so, unarguable facts. But what it is that here in this particular era, there's been a lot of black girl magic, and black girl is this, and we are, and that's, and undeniably so. But black men are feeling like they are the butt of every joke. They are the worst. They always doing things that is foul, and they do the foul things that all men do, regardless of their complexion. So I do feel that way, but in this particular instance with this man, I just see display himself on Beyonce internet. I can't. He is broken. He may not know where to go, but he still is responsible.
That part, right?
As,
Like you
as
said,
long as that part is understood, he may not have tools, he may not know what to do, but at the end of the day, he's still responsible. And one more thing, and I'm gonna shut up. My father was also abused. He watched his father kill his mother while she was pregnant, y'all. And this man has never called me out my name. He's never been abusive. I've never seen him cuss at my mama. He made a point in his life, after seeing so much death and destruction and violence and hatred, that none of his children, and I'm getting emotional, would never have to experience that.
Yeah.
So all these things can be taken into account. People can be broken, but people can make a decision to make another choice.
Yes. Amen. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, we can have, this conversation could go deeper. Denzel, what are your final words?
Um, that situation about that that man, he really needs to grow up and be there for his father, be there for his daughter, And this is the thing. If men, if they don't want to have kids, they need to wrap it up and and just don't worry about having kids. But the men that do have kids, they need to be there for their children, make sure their children is all right, and they need to be a grown man and make sure everything is in place and just grow up.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Denzel. And thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Ebony, what are your final thoughts?
Okay, I just want to say thank you for letting me up, and thank you, ladies, in the panel and the comments. I'm just trying to protect, just as you ladies were, everyone else here protect. I'm just trying to protect, because sometimes the fathers, they get a bad rap. That's what I'm just trying to protect. That's all I'm just saying. I mean, they make excuses, but they do, since the woman has majority of the time shared with their children, a lot of times the fathers don't get you don't get to hear their side. And that's all I just was trying to bring out. So it's hard being, I was just doing my best to just be the other side of the coin, because I am a woman, but I really want to bring in the other side of the coin of the fatherhood situation. So, but it was hard. And when it came up here, if I didn't feel safe to come up here with a different thought. So
no, let me tell you something, Ebony. I mean it when I say I truly appreciate you. And if you go back, my early days, Sherelle from Sherelle's World, that's my girl, right? And when I would come up with the opposite side, but we different over here. If they could have thrown tomatoes at that screen at me, oh my God.
Yeah, you definitely very alternative point. I really love it. That's why I love your channel. It's never linear to anyone else's. That's why I love your channel. Sorry.
Well, thank you. And no, you're okay. Thanks for being here. And I think the real settlement I'm kind of getting from you is that, you know what? Some of these men are broken. I don't want to go off the path right now, but maybe perhaps we can have a bigger discussion on that. But I'm going to have to gather some men. And maybe we can get the Don. Maybe JL is still out there. Chef Kev. Thank you, Auntie Robin. Maybe we could get the Don. Maybe we could get Chef Kev. Maybe we could get JL to come up here. So we can hear in real time the male side of the spectrum, right? So Ebony, you gave me a thought, and I'm going to see if I could gather, at least 3 or 4 or 5 men that will be okay with coming up and speaking their truth. I know I love the Don, like he's very, outspoken. Maybe we could get these men so we can hear their side, and we have the females, and we can have a balanced conversation with the male and the female perspective, because I think we all have our points in our side, to speak on and make, right? And so I am connecting, Ebony, believe it or not, with pieces of what you're saying. I think that my baseline is that at some point we all, regardless of what happened to us in the past and how we was raised or maybe not raised, we got to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. I listen to a lot of meditations. I read a lot of books on how to get myself to a certain level, because I wasn't necessarily given those tools. So I know that I had to read about it and figure it out. Do you see what I'm saying? E, what's your final thoughts?
I love the Don, and Diva, I'm interested in hearing about his story, for more reasons than one. So please let me know if you're going to do that. I'd love to hear about him. Yeah. But I'm going to I'm going to go off the rails, and if y'all put me off the train, I understand. I'm standing 10 toes. I'm standing 10 toes down with my original thought, because here's the thing: when somebody said, and I agree with her, women are the prize. And, when people talk about, well, my baby daddy this, my baby daddy that, then we say, well, you picked them, so you need to pick better. And all of that came about. I really started hearing that pick better stuff with this Kevin Samuels movement. And I'll say this: I find it interesting that when we as women are lost and we have made bad decisions and we need help, the best answer that people can give us is you need to pick better.
Yeah.
But when this man he hadn't seen his child in 7 years. He don't got a driver's license. Oh, we need to protect his feelings. We need to protect him. No, the hell we don't. Are you kidding me? That is so dumb. The thing about this is, I just really feel like as Black women, we do ourselves a disservice. When Black men came out, Black men said, they talk about our lashes, they talk about our hair choices, they talk about our weight, they say we're too masculine, they say we don't know how to let a man be a man. And what do? We come up on these panels and we start speaking for them. I mean, we need to protect them. Why do we need to protect them for? They're the man, right? They're the Black kings. Let them speak up for themselves. Let them go to school. They say they don't care about our degrees. Let them go get some degrees. Let them speak for themselves. Stop crippling these men and saying they don't know. Because let me tell you something. When I had a child, you had to figure it out. The best way that you can figure out how to be a parent, you have to spend time. Yes, I had my mom. Yes, I had my grandmother. And yes, there are times I don't like that nigga. Excuse me. I don't like that man I had that baby with. But I'll tell you what, if he asks me a question, if he asks my mom a question, if he asks my grandmother a question, we're not going to leave him stranded because my baby has to be with him. We're going to make sure he has the tools he needs if he asks. So I find it intellectually dishonest to sit here and say in the year 2023, these men don't have resources. They can't go on YouTube. Do you know there are YouTube videos that for fatherless sons where men are teaching them how to change the oil, how to put in an alternator, how to fix a lawnmower, how to cut grass. And even if you don't want to go to YouTube, there was some woman on the panel that said she's trying to get a grant to kind of line men with mentors. The fact that a woman has to put together this program is again us stepping outside of our lane, women, Black women, us stepping outside of our lane. All these men in this world who say they don't need us, when they get to a place and they do the trade in, as people were saying, they go get these women who look racially ambiguous. And we need to come up with plans to equip them with the tools to be successful. When Diva was naming off those celebrity men, I thought she was going to mention Neo. When Neo was with his wife, and he told her, I don't want you to have any more kids. And she went and got her tubes tied. And then he left her and got with some light-skinned woman, and they had a whole bunch more kids. Listen, stop putting yourselves in the line of fire.
Still having kids to this day. And actually, you know what? He never married her. That was Moneta. He never married her. So she tied her tubes with from a man talking to her that never even married her. I be darned. I be darned. Hold on 1 second, E. Latasha, thank you for the super chat. There are many women out there paying child support too. You speaking facts. You speaking facts. Thank you for the super chat. You speaking facts. Go ahead, E.
So I just want to wrap it up with, we do ourselves as Black women a disservice by putting our lives and our laying it out on the train tracks for these men who hadn't even access to do that. And they will not thank us because what they have been saying in the last year, remember, these men they don't even want to vote for female politicians. A lot of these men, if you look at the political trend, they're reverting to going back to Republican. They don't want women to be in charge. Okay? These men, don't stop speaking for them. Stop saying that what they can't do and what they won't do, because they'll take they'll take everything you think they can't do and go give it to the next group of women. Stop doing that, Black women. Stop it. Stop trying to protect them. When they get shot by the police, we're out here marching for them, and we started the Black Lives Matter movement. And then what did they say? Oh, the Black Lives Matter movement. Oh, that's propaganda. Oh, that's run by the LGBT. Listen, stop helping these men. Let these men start their own groups. Let these men speak for themselves. That's what I want to hear.
Well, amen. Robin?
Yes. Well, Diva, I'd like to thank you for bringing up this topic. I think it took a turn that was unexpected by most of us. We really want to talk about not having a moral compass, and the examples that you chose were men. And that did kind of take us off the rails a little bit to really concentrate on the poor behavior and lack of accountability of some men in our society. I think that was an pretty much a consensus here is that that's where we went. I think the other thing that I believe that we all came to kind of maybe agree on was that we really need to stop speaking for others or making excuses for others. And it is all about accountability. And since I just saw you throw up my man JL, I've never met, by the way, but anyway, I would just like to say again that we need to do away with excuses. And I would like to finish by reiterating the missive. Excuses are tools of the incompetent which build monuments of nothing. And those who excel in excuses seldom excel at anything else.
Well, boom. That's it. Listen, guys, happy Saturday. Thank you for hanging out with me. I didn't even expect to be here this long. But you know what? The great thing about conversation is when you bring up these topics, you never know where they're going to go. And I'm always open to whichever direction they go in. I'm always appreciative of whoever comes up here and speaks their truth. And I'm always open to hearing every side of the situation. I do think in that particular case for the clip that we showed that father needs to grow up and do better. And however he needs to grow up, whether it's Barnes and Noble getting himself a book, whether it's Googling on YouTube saying, how do I become a better man? Okay, listen, when I wanted to eat better, I did a Google search. I buy books that tell you what to eat for breakfast and this and that so you can do better. Drink your water, eat your whatever. I do whatever I can when there's a subject that I need to improve in. And now, you know what? I think it's easier in 2023, right? When I was growing up, before there were cell phones, you went to the library, you had to do research. There was this thing called a card catalog that probably none of y'all know about it.
Yes.
You had to
I know all about it.
Come on.
You had to ask the librarian, like, where do I go? How do I find this book?
Right.
Instead of a Google search, you got your information out of a encyclopedia. So it took a little more diligence way back when you wanted to have growth and you had to search for yourself. But now with the palm of your hand, your phone, in 2 seconds, if there's a subject you're lacking in, you can Google. Literally, you could Google how to date. You could Google how to kiss. You could Google how to whatever. So when you want to walk around these days and say that you have lack of knowledge, that tells me that you don't want to be gain any knowledge. Because there's no one in this world really ever that doesn't have a cell phone now or access to some type of equipment where you can do a Google search. So all with that being said, everybody, I'm going to say that all I'm going to say is great conversation. I'll see y'all next time. I hope y'all all continue to have a beautiful weekend. And if
you too.
My girl and she can't do my nails, y'all going to hear about it tomorrow.
Oh, no.
You got to find somebody else for your excuse.
No, she been doing my nails. She knew my son since he was in a stroller.
Oh, that's a long time.
This is how long she's been doing my nails. You know what? I'm faithful to a fault because I'm not saying that's always a good thing. But when I go to somebody I love, I don't drop them unless they leave me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my boo. And what I also love about her, because she is my boo, like when I walk in the building, I don't care who it is, she be like, Diva, sister right here. I got you in like 5 minutes. But
that's sweet.
She and I always get the same color. But that's another problem with me, right? I do this black French, so to speak. I just always do the same thing.
Can I say one thing before you close?
Of course, E.
Ladies, don't let this be a distraction. If the man ain't paying child support, go down there and file and take his license away, y'all. Don't get distracted. Take their license.
Boom.
Hit them where it hurts. But listen, guys, thank you. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Chat with me in the comments. And when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Love y'all. Have an amazing Saturday. Have an amazing
great day,
Sunday.
Diva.
And I'll see you soon. Thank you, Denzel. Thanks, everyone.
Okay,
bye, y'all. This is the last
Bye, everybody.
stop. The last stop.
Choo.
Get off my train. Bye.
Good night. That was good, Diva. That was fun.